Listen, take a look at all this world has to offer. Look at all this world has to offer. Men have made money their God. And what has happened to them? You know, there's one thing a little old lady told me years when I first began to preach. She said, Father, remember now you're a public person, so be very careful because public people have to take public shame. So I put a little wisdom behind the hair. You know that? Public people have to take public shame. Look at all that the world gives. Is it bringing human beings to happiness? No. You see, we have confused two words. We have confused the words happiness and pleasure, and we feel they mean the same thing. No. The world cannot give you happiness. The world gives you pleasure. And every amount of pleasure ceases. It's good while you can enjoy it, it brings you pleasure. But the world makes us believe that if we could live on the level of pleasure forever, we will be happy. That's not true. Because that's what people have been trying, you know. They have been trying that. I have one house, I have two houses, I have three, I have five, I have 10. What happened to the house in market now? See? I have $80,000 in stocks there, $70,000 in stocks there, $2 million in stocks there. What happened to that now? Pleasure is a temporary thing. Happiness is God's gift. That's why Jesus said, I have come that you might have life and have it to the fullest. That's where happiness comes from. Don't mix a bit about it. Happiness doesn't come from men and women. Let me give you a story. Let me demonstrate. I wish I had 2 glasses. You know, young boy meets young girl. I use it young because most senior people in their life already understand. So young boy meets young girl. And young boy meets young girl and says, that woman is going to fulfill me and make me happy. Isn't that how it goes? And young girl meets young boy and says, that young boy is going to fulfill me and make me happy. But the truth is, no human being is filled. We are all looking and seeking. So, every human being is a glass that is half. So I bring my half and you bring your half. And you say, fill me up, honey. Fill me up. And I pour my half into your glass. I fill up your glass. What happens to my glass? Empty. Isn't that life? That's what is happening. And then I begin to complain, but I want to be happy too. I want to be happy too. So you pour yours and mine out. That's the journey the world is on. That's the journey. When we do not realize that the only person that can fill me up is God, is my maker. No human being could totally satisfy you. No human being. Listen, no matter how sweet your husband is, or how wonderful your wife is, they could never totally fill your life. Because we are all created to be fulfilled only by God.
Amen.
Only by God. And yes, this world tells us that if you have this and you have that, and you buy this and you get that, and you surround yourself with that, you'll be okay. How many people have everything they could ever desire and more, and they're still unhappy? I know multitudes of people like that. I know multitudes of people like that. You know, we have 3 drug rehabilitation centers in Trinidad alone. And 90% of the clients who come to the rehab centers are the children of the richest people in Trinidad today. Poor people, children don't want drugs and they're there and only the Bible for it. Yes. The clients in these drug rehab centers are some of the richest children. They're the richest parents in Trinidad today. They're the ones. And these children have everything. Everything. I will never forget the story when I was in the other parish. A couple of years ago, this family, they both worked in the oil company, so they're very rich. It was a Thursday, I remember very well. They brought this brand new, fully loaded Volvo for me to bless. And they told me it's for their son, for his 18th birthday. They bought a brand new Volvo, a brand new Volvo in Trinidad is about 800,000 TT dollars. I quarreled with it. I said, this is wrong. This is setting a wrong value for this board. I know that they are members of the parish, but I end up blessing it anyhow. I quarreled with heat. And my thing was, this boy is too young to be given a car in the first place. He is irresponsible, he is spoiled. Sunday they called me to tell me, and I realized I was crying on the phone. I said, what happened, Mrs. Swanson? What happened? I need you to come immediately. There was a serious accident. My son is dead. That was Thursday. Sunday he took up the car, go pick up his girlfriend, and showing off on the highway, run the car up a light pole, and two of them died instantly. They thought they were doing something good for you. They were not. They were not. Happiness doesn't come from these things. Happiness comes as a gift from God. That is why God is looking for us. Because God is saying to us, listen, you're trying all kinds of things. You're trying all kinds of things. Sometime ago, I think it was the Thursday after Ash Wednesday, I was coming from the parish back to the community. And I picked up this young woman on the road to give her a drop. I don't usually give people a drop, but the Spirit of the Lord said, take her up, she became distressed there. And it was good, I took her up. I took her up and we began to talk, and I told her who I was, and she said, well, you know, Father, I need an advice. Yes. I said, well, hey, what advice you want? She said, well, you know, I live with this man presently and so on, and things are good. I want to know what to do. I said, what to do? Get out! Only to hear, she told me, well, it's that I can't believe in it because I have 7 children, and he's the 6th man. So I looked and I said, you're a real productive man. So she has 7 children for 6 different men. And I asked her, I said, you're looking for happiness, right? That's what you're looking for. She said, yeah, I hope the right one come along to make me happy. I said, suppose the right one comes number 17. You will continue this process? She didn't answer. Because that is the mistake that people are making all the time. And they're not learning. We think that what the world gives could satisfy me. It doesn't do. Because as long as the longing within your heart is not first fulfilled by God, nothing in this world will ever be enough. Amen. Will never be enough. As St. Augustine says, my soul will be restless until it rests in you, O God. When a man and a woman experiences the goodness of God, when a man and a woman comes face to face with their own weakness and the strength that comes from God, they are fulfilled. Because now I know that what I'm looking for outside cannot fill me inside. The only thing that can fill me inside is a spiritual reality. A spiritual reality. And so God is looking for us. God is looking for us so that He could fill us with Himself. So that He could speak in the depth of our hearts and say, listen, my son, my daughter, you are complete in me. You are complete only in me. You're not complete in another person. You're not complete in things. You will be complete and made whole in me. That's why I sent Jesus. That's why I sent Jesus. Listen. The more we evade God, is the less happiness we have. The less